Why did it make that big? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to Coffee with Wes here on the 1st of October 2024. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you are having a good one. Joining me today, it's Will Dick from the Art of Floundering podcast.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, one and all. It is going to be another fantastic day. It's a new month. It's the Halloween month. I'm pleased about that because because my girlfriend's really into Halloween, and so I've got to not only now become a Buffalo football fan, which I guess didn't go that well this week. I also have to be into Halloween. So, everybody, I'm getting into Halloween. I'm getting into Halloween mode. Just realize I get real dark. I get real dark with my humor, so things could be bad.
I worked with a guy that was into Halloween. I mean, like really into it. Like took the day. It was like his holiday kind of thing. I mean, he was really into it.
I know a surprising number of people that
Yeah.
are into Halloween. Blue Chicken, peace and love, Gemma. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday, a good start to October, making this thing happen. Uh, I had the plastic masks as a kid, and it was always cold. It was Northern Illinois.
Hmm.
October 31st, it'd either be raining or snowing. And my mother was always frustrated. She would make costumes. We started off with the others, but then she got into sewing, and she would make costumes. And then we got to keep these damn costumes in good shape. We got to do all this stuff, and it felt like chores. It felt like work. The Bud Files, peace and love. Good morning out there, and Ricky's Radio, peace and love. I am liking it. I did notice when we started today, for some reason it made the thing in the corner, the logo, full size when I had scaled it down while it was getting ready to start. Other than that, I'm happy with it, Ricky. EVMUX. That is what I am using as a replacement for StreamYard, and I've got to say, I really like the ability of talking to people backstage and being able to do some vetting that way. That's a really nice feature that this has that the other just doesn't have. But the other costs too much damn money, so it really doesn't matter.
Right.
So this is October. We have 3 months into the year. Now you have had special times. You've got the end of the year on Christmas Day. You've got your thing that you're doing to
Yeah.
celebrate. Going to be doing that. So that's probably your goal. That's probably what you've got going on as a goal and such.
That's the only goal. That's it, dude. That's pretty much it. This, and taking care of my mom. It's pretty
Mark's
much
gas
the thing.
station, peace and love.
Oh, what's up, man?
That that is that I've got a lot more I've got to conquer. Last night, the only thing, ability to pull share screen and hide it and still get sound. That may be a thing. I use voice meter to separate my audio, so a lot of times I don't even bother to share the audio with when I'm sharing something. I'll share it, but without audio, and I'll just let my system audio handle it, and just tie it into my to my microphone feed using voice meter, which is free. It's donationware. I mean, it's not free. It is donationware if you want to get those extra things. Pole vault, goals. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Pole vault.
Goals.
I I am viewing today as a kick it in gear day. Uh, I have already. It was dark when I went out for a long walk. Uh, Before the rain, I'm glad I did do a walk. I've done a workout. Not a hard workout, not a bad one, but I have gotten some push-ups, got a little cardio going. I played so much bass last night, and even afterwards, after Allie went to bed, I stayed up playing bass. So, and I recorded a bunch of audio in Audition for cartoon stuff that I'm putting together. So I feel accomplished already, but I do feel pressure. I do feel pressure because it's the year's 75% over.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, it'll be here before we know it. I mean, I already feel like the year's over. If you want to know the truth, it's
Oh
just kind of
shit,
like,
that's why it feels this way. That's why it feels like, oh, I got to get some shit going. I gotta have some stuff going. I gotta make things happen here. Everybody out there, I hope you're having a good one. Please, if you would, click on that like or dislike. I'm good with either of those. And make it a special day. Make it a special day. We're gonna talk about positive things in a minute here.
that's right. It's all
But
positive.
first, I'm gonna find a positive spin, or at least a comical spin for me, on the Asheville, North Carolina situation. Uh, there are that storm. Helene, was that the name? Uh,
Yes.
Helene. Helene came ripping through, and in Asheville, North Carolina, there's 130 dead in the path in total. There's still 600 people unaccounted for, which they could have just gotten out of Dodge. They haven't been able to get to all the different locations to see if there's people there, to see if there anything
Hmm.
along those lines, because they're trying to restore power and water and cell service and other things. But what makes this compelling to me is I have a personal connection to the Asheville plight. My father, my father, who has a nice home down in Naples, Florida, got tired of all those hurricanes. Got tired, and it was okay. He's got to get another town, a summer home, like 3 years ago, somewhere that he can go and escape these storms during the summer, because it just sucks being in Florida. He was tired of that, and so he decides, Asheville, North Carolina. It's far enough inland. You're not gonna have to fuck with them off the Atlantic. Everything will be great. Asheville's the place to be. So he got himself a place in Asheville to escape the storms, and Asheville is the worst that has it here, from what I'm seeing. Pinzer, Pinzer, peace and love, peace and love.
Peace and love. Yeah, it was. I mean, there's no safe place, man.
There's no safe
On the
place.
coast. I mean, you know,
I don't think he was necessarily. It's exhausting.
yeah.
The storms didn't frighten me when I lived down there. I lived down there for 12 years. Charlie came ripping right through, right by, took a new channel, cut a new channel into Sanibel Island, brought down a couple of big cypress trees on my property and everything. It was a rough one. And that year, I left the boards up on the front window. I left a bunch of the shutters just up because I was tired of every week taking them down and then putting them back up in 2 or 3 days because another storm was coming, and I got sick of it. Georgia base.
What base in Georgia? There's one by Savannah, and there's also what used to be called Fort Benning. I think it's Fort Moore now.
They had Warner Robins. Warner Robins Air Force Base is outside of Macon. I think it's
Okay.
probably in the area where the outages. I saw the map of the outages, but that was I he ended up getting out of there. He's in Greenville. He's gonna hang out in Greenville until everything is restored and all that. So
You
because
know,
I mean he's elderly. He's just gonna pay people to do whatever needs to be done and all that.
well, but like insurance, man. There's parts of the country I don't even think insurance is gonna touch anymore. You know, in Oklahoma, the tornadoes would hit the same, and I almost got so used to it that I wouldn't panic on tornadoes because it would just follow the same path. And there was this town in Moore that it would just destroy, and people build it back up, and 4 years later destroyed it again. It's like quit building there.
It's in the path. Those things. The
Yeah.
same thing happens here. It's an Air Force base. He should know the name of it. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
throw out Warner Robins. Warner Robins Air Force Base outside of Macon. Warner Robins, Georgia. In that area and everything. But no, that's how it is here with tornadoes. There's a large lake, and we're at the foothills of the Appalachian, and just topography,
Yep.
just looking at where the plains are, looking at where everything gets busted up from heading over the water, breaks
Yep.
everything up. Shit does not come through here. It always goes to the south or to the north.
Yep.
And same thing. I've just watched the radar, and the horrible stuff will just pass to either side. But yeah, it's getting worse and worse with Mother Nature. With Mother Nature throwing more at us, throwing more at us.
Dude, it's
Pardon me
getting
while I
crazier and
relight my
crazier,
joint.
man. It's
Well, it's
like
a great
definitely.
time to be alive. It's a great time to be alive and know about it. People 100 years ago, it took them a while to find out about these bad storms. You never would
No,
have
it's
heard of
true. They'd be,
Asheville.
praying to some god of storms or something. Please,
Oh my God! Oh,
sacred
the
cat,
gods.
keep the sacred cat of the hurricane. Please, sacred dolphin, don't.
That's it. That's the thing. They always turn. They always turn to a religion when that happens, and it's sad to watch. It's sad to watch, but comical at the same time. I have a good time with it. Ah,
I
but
think it's
that was
taken a while for humankind to just go, we don't fucking know. To just admit that instead of like making up stuff for the things that you don't understand. I think humankind's comfortable go like, we don't know. You know
there's
what I
a
mean?
whole lot more in our world that we don't understand. That's in
Right.
our day to day. So many people have no fucking idea how anything inside a computer works. Totally understandable, right? Why would they?
Right.
So many people rely on all sorts of things that they have no idea how it works. So you get used to being okay and comfortable with not knowing. And we understand so much more of the natural occurrences that are going on around us. It's you really have to be indoctrinated. It really or at such a low point where you can be, pulled into it. And that's why the church is ultimate evil. Uh, but that's a different topic.
That's not a fun topic, man.
That's not a
That's not
fun
fun.
topic.
You know.
No, I have thought for the last couple of days that that Karen may need to do an apology live to
About
apologize to the Catholic Church for it just directed at that. But no, basically using that as a premise to go on another live like that
well,
with Karen.
they're hiding things in the Vatican vault about aliens. I mean, let's just talk facts.
That's what we need. No, wasn't it up in Canada? Everybody was wearing orange because it was wrong what you did to all those kids, buried all those kids on and weren't those church orphanages? Wasn't it the Catholic Church that had all the
Oh, dude,
orphanages that
dude,
all the indigenous were, and just the
dude.
horrors that went on there, and
It's just not that's just not the Catholic Church with indigenous in this country. There's a lot of churches that are, have done some pretty horrific things with, our indigenous population. But dude, there's a hold on. I bet you this is goodwill.
the nice thing is when those things happen, all you have to do is say you're sorry, admit you were wrong, and you're washed of it. You're just washed of it. That's got
Well,
to be
there's
nice.
a I this is not this is I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about a system. But there's a couple fascinating books about the Vatican, and it's really, according to the books, pretty corrupt. I mean, like really corrupt, like things that like, you know, escorts and shit like that. I mean, it's like right outside the Vatican. It's like all kinds of sex workers, and it's like
Uh,
an they're having sex parties. I mean, it's crazy what's going on there. You know?
oh, it's got to be that way. Weren't the majority of the popes actually, got rose to the position of pope by assassinating or having assassinated the current pope? We're gonna poison these guys, and didn't the church? Wasn't the church? It was the church predates Christ, right? The church
No,
existed.
no,
Catholic Church.
no, no. Catholic
It,
Church was it doesn't predate Christ. No, but there's a lot of things in the Catholic Church um, that predate Christ. But as far as like the establishment, because that was Constantine and all that shit. You know, when the Roman Empire, changed to Christianity and became Constantinople. You know,
his
that was like
wife was a Christian. From
right,
from what I have heard, his wife was a Christian, and he moved everything to Constantinople, moved the seat of power, and made that the official. I had heard, and I could be wrong, because I have not looked into it, but I had heard
hmm
that the Catholic Church was, it adopted that at that time too, because it was the official church of Rome. Its origins
exactly,
were being the
exactly.
official church. So
Y- And
it,
and the
it
Pope is the Bishop of Rome. Technically, he's the Bishop of Rome. But
so
yeah,
that was
the
during Constantine's reign.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
yes,
I
yes.
want to say that I'm not too up on that, but I want to say it was around 400 BC. And then they fell. I think Rome fell around 500 is when the medieval time started. I think I got to go back and look, but there's a movie coming out called Conclave. I'm not going to go to the
Mm-hmm.
theater for it, but it looks freaking fascinating. It's about the whole process, of electing a pope. It's got Ralph Fiennes in it from. It's got Michael Keaton in it. Not Michael Keaton. It's just got like an all-star cast, dude. It looks really good. It looks really good.
Michael Keaton does a lot of work.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton, I would not be surprised if Michael Keaton was in it. He does a lot of work. And I guess this Beetlejuice turned out good. The Yeah, the Catholic Church fascinates me. That we just all accepted it. Yeah, you guys, yeah, your own country. It's just fine. Oh, you've got all the documents from all this locked up. Yeah, cool. You should have it. You should have it. The rest of us shouldn't have access to it. I like that. And we all just accept that. We all just accept it. Oh, yeah, there were others. There's a lot of things you're doing to a lot of kids. But you're the church, so it's okay. We're gonna keep you going. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Pardon me while I
Yeah, yeah,
roll
no
another.
sweat. But no, I mean it's I mean
Lydia,
what's
happy Halloween.
what's kind of fascinating about all that. If you can look at it and not get your sense of worldview upset, because it does destroy a lot of people's faith when they get into like history. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like all the different variants that were out there, like of quote Christianity, and the ones that kind of got put to the wayside. It's just fascinating. The whole Mary Magdalene thing, the whole the Jesus was actually married, had offspring, this kind of fucking deal. I mean, it's some fascinating stuff.
There's so many different stories, so many
And that's the
books.
thing. It's and we're applying our sense of sensibilities to that time, and there's a lot of myth then.
I read that book. I read that book, that Bible book.
Yeah.
I read that King James, a version of that Bible at
Oh,
the age of 8. My grandfather,
mm-hmm.
and we found out much later in life that it was because of a blockage. He had a total blockage on one side of his neck, feeding his brain, which would have caused him to have hallucinations in the 8 years it took for capillaries to grow to feed from the other side. And he would have it was God talking to him. God was telling him about a famine coming in '83, all these other things, and so as somebody who had read a lot of books,
Mm-hmm.
it was my thing. Reading was okay. I'm gonna read this Bible. Jeez, oh my God, what a disappointment. I thought, now I've read a lot of stuff. I've read a lot of stuff. This is not right. The Jay Jordan, peace and love to the
Peace
Jay
and
Jordan.
love, Jay Jordan.
How were those push-ups? I got the motivation to work out, seeing that you were doing the workout today. And this is the 1st of October. The Jay Jordan out there, he was doing. Got his 31-day challenge. So I got the push-ups in, some curls. I didn't overdo it. I'm not overdoing it. I went for a nice long walk, so I felt good. Yeah, second grade, there was a reading contest, and I went to the library every day, because they would only let me check out 10 books a day. I read everything that they had because I wanted to win that reading contest. End of the year, I'd read 728 books. Second place had only read like 300 something. And you know what I won? A book. A fucking picture book. An animal
Reading is
picture
fun.
book.
Oh God, what a
It was
prize!
I really the prize. I really everybody's going to be surprised. There was a felt bookmark of a worm, that had been glued together, and a book, a picture book with animals. I had read everything the library had. It was just, oh my. And I was so disappointed. It was one of those moments of disappointment that stuck with me for a long, long time. Oh, this is a waste. This was not worth the effort. I was so down on that. So down on that. But that was before I read the Bible that summer. I'm going to read this Bible. I was not impressed. I was not sold on the idea. It didn't seem well written. There were areas that really made little to no sense. There was no cohesive story. I was really let down by the word of God.
Maybe you didn't read it with an open enough heart. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, I was
The problem's
already.
with you, not the material.
It was. If I had better faith, if I didn't doubt, I'd have been able to do it. But one of those. Cheers, everybody out there. Cheers.
Peace and love. Pins are reading the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants. Good for you.
Have you
Oh,
heard the
great
good
prize.
news? Have you heard the good news?
Satan, yeah.
Satan brings that good news. You killed it the other day. Oh my God, that
My
live
poor
you
fucking
did.
mom. My poor fucking mom. Because I was like, look, I gotta get, because I really wanted to do something Saturday, but I wanted to wait till after Gary's stream, and they went till like, fucking goddamn 2 or 3 in the morning. So but my mom was like, what the fuck is going on out there? That's why I had to cut it off short. I'm like, okay, we're done.
It was
You
so
understand.
good. You're taking hits. You're coughing. Everybody's got how. See what it's like. See what it's like with these good-looking joints in the mouth of the puppets, and I'm just dying. I'm just sitting there. Oh, that was so good.
I just can't wait to have the studio back, man, where I can do the shows like before. I cannot wait for that, man. That's gonna be so much fun. Don't be sorry, man.
Go to
Everybody,
sleep, Pinzer.
yeah,
Get some sleep. If the body needs sleep, get some sleep.
yeah.
Live to Fly channel. Good morning. Good
Peace and
morning.
love,
Are
man.
you? How are you starting your day? I have a little bit of weed, and I have some Smooth Bold Maxwell House. Smooth Bold Maxwell House. When you want it smooth, but bold. Maxwell House. I have yet to hear from the people at Maxwell House. I have yet to hear from them. I'm a little disappointed in that too.
I would
Just
be
a
curious, if anybody in chat is going through what am currently going through. And honestly, I don't know if it's a function of my accident and that my tolerance, I just got these boundaries, but there's just a lot of bullshit out there in the world. I mean, and it's like everything is 15,000 fucking forms. I was just like going like, okay, maybe I'll do something for the school district. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck you guys. It's like, can we have this, that, a blood sample, a sperm sample of this thing, fucking 18 letters that recommend. Go fuck yourselves, man. I mean, maybe it's
The
me.
lobbying union for the last 30 years that nobody talks about. is the Forms Union.
Oh my
The
God!
people
The
that print.
Reduction of Paperwork Act, man.
You don't know what it was for us to go through the ability to print those forms on a printer ourselves.
Yeah.
There was pushback like mad when I in the school food service for these monthly reports that had to be filled out and sent for USDA reimbursement, and we could print them. I mean, it looked identical. It was and and there was a huge pushback. No, you got to use our forms. You gotta print it, but you gotta print it on our form. It can't be
Yeah.
printed on paper.
Yeah.
Well, we're printing it. You can't even tell. No, it's got to be on our form because people were making money printing these fucking forms, and that was an interesting little
Well,
moment in life.
it's like, okay, for example, what we were talking about before is, I'm trying to find a way to quote, pay it forward. So I was going to talk to Goodwill. So this none of this is about career money. I'm just, and I told them, just give me something that's helpful. So I was supposed to interview for this job that I put. That job description was different than their corporate job description. I shouldn't even mention their name, but I read their corp. It's like metrics, Wes. It's like these are. I'm like, fuck you guys, man. I mean, I spent a lifetime doing this bullshit. I'm not gonna do it for community service. It's the last thing I want to do is like, oh gosh, let's look at our fucking donation metric. I mean, it was crazy. It was bullshit. And I was like, I just can't do that kind of crap anymore. You know.
I find it difficult to give a shit about any of that.
I know, dude.
I am in that same. I have no desire for any of that. It's like just something
I'm gonna
simple.
go on a rant.
Just
I'm gonna
really
go on a rant real quick.
do it. Do
All
it.
right. The biggest fucking problem is this: is society assumes that because you got in an accident that messed you up physically, that you're an idiot now, and the only thing that you're capable of doing is the lowest of the low. You're not capable of using your brain, right? And that's my big problem with these fucking nonprofits is you go, hey, I'm disabled. Okay, well, you can stuff envelopes. Wait a minute. I mean, I think I can do more than that. I mean, I think I still got a brain left. And so I'd like to work with them to like focus some efforts. But I don't think I can do it, dude. I can't play. Even a nonprofit has corporate bullshit.
They all do. They all have. It's kind of bureaucracy and all that other stuff, and where funding comes from. That is such a machine itself.
It
You
is.
couldn't do away with it because everybody whose job is to collect the forms.
I
My
know.
job is
I
to
know.
collect the forms for this. My job is to collect the forms for
Yeah,
this.
I know.
Everybody who does that, they'd be out of a job,
I'm
and
fine with
nobody
that. I'm
wants to do
fine
that.
with inefficiency. That's what I was. It, being. I'm good with inefficiency, but I don't want to be. Go to some. What I think is a calling, not a career, and play hyper corporate efficiency. I mean, fuck that. I mean, if I really want to play that game, I'll get paid bread to do it, not go fucking. But seriously though, it's just I get that we have to do it. I just think I'm getting old, dude. I just think I'm getting
I
old.
well, no, you're fucking playing.
Right.
I'm doing it too, because you see this is all absurd.
It
You'll never
is.
know the answers.
I
You're
wasted
gonna
so
hey,
many years
what
with
could
this shit.
happen the next day?
Yeah.
You can't take any of it fucking serious anymore, which comes from some people get to that point with age. I I never want to be doing math for a living anymore. I never want to write code. I want something that at the end of the day I'm not even fucking thinking about. I just
Exactly.
want something that I just, hey, let me do my thing, and then I'll get through it, and that'll be that. Mr. Coffee, peace and love.
Peace and love, Mr. Coffee. It's not really rage, Pinzer. Yeah, maybe it is. It's just frustration because I see it. I got lucky, but I see so many people ravished by this shit, and they just go down the fucking tubes because there's nothing for them to do but wait to fucking die and just sit there as a prisoner in their house. And I'm like, there's got to be something that can be done, but as long
You
as you
see
hit
a
the
lot of
metric.
people becoming content creators. reaching out into the world
There's where
and
StreamYards. I wanted to contact StreamYards to go, look, motherfuckers, you fucked up. I'm not even a salesperson, and I'll go into assisted living centers. I'll go into retirement homes. I'll go into senior citizen homes, and I will increase your business without having to increase your fucking prices, dumbasses. I mean, you're missing a core
they
audience
have
here.
they have a free platform. They have a free platform that keeps the logo in the corner, and so they do have that. They do
Hmm.
have that. They really fucked everybody who was really trying to put stuff together on their channels.
Right.
People that were really trying to maintain and do more. They screwed all of them over with price, but they do. We still have the free account over there. I still have access to it, but it got rid of everything in the library. It got rid of and
Yeah.
it just has the one destination. And I think you can only have 6 people or something like that up. With this EV Mux, even with the free one, I think you can have 12 people online, 12 people on the screen at once. So that's 2 more than you have over at the other. And you can talk to people backstage. So you can do all the vetting you need to do with the show. I think it's superior. You've got to have a decent machine because the browser is loading a complex app that has a lot of what OBS has. It You have the same powers as you do with OBS and a studio mode as you have with OBS. So anybody who uses OBS is going to understand this, but they're also going to say, "Wow, this is kind of a lot." I can see it being a learning curve for people that come from StreamYard. That video I did on Sunday, it points out where the StreamYard settings are. So ignore all the other shit and just do this. This is how you operate it, just like StreamYard, and that hopefully will help some people and all that. But I could see it being intimidating. The interface, and it's got a lot more than you have at StreamYard. So simple people that would want to be live streaming might have some difficulty with it. I don't know. I do drugs. It's one of those, and that kind of dictates how I view things.
Yeah, but I mean, I think this will be, I don't know what StreamYards is thinking. Maybe they're going to get bought out by somebody. Didn't they get
They
bought out
just
anyway?
did.
Okay.
They just got bought out by somebody. Not too many months ago, they were just bought out. They hit their heyday during the vid, during
Yeah.
the illness times, and things things cooled. They did raise their prices last year and everything. I think it was, and but this is just this is an unreasonable raise from $25 to $44 to 45 basically, and from $49 to $89. These these were too big. They're just too big. Now maybe they're just eating it on having to actually maintain all the network, all the computing power. I don't know how they're whether it's their equipment that they're maintaining or whether they're purchasing, the cloud computing and everything to handle all of these.
I bet you
But
the. God,
got to be taking a bath in it.
Yeah,
Got to be taking
I
a
think
bath
that's
in it.
where it's eating their lunch, and they probably want about it where they're leasing it or something. I don't know. I don't know, but
Could just be buying it for the technology, liquidating it, and just using it for something else.
yeah, I
Let it
mean, I would
die.
imagine that the demand in streaming has gone down, but I still think there's potential.
Some place called Bending Spoons SPA purchased StreamYard in April. Thank you, Pinzer. Thank you. That was very informative of you.
Bending
Bending
spoons.
Spoons. Bending Spoons. Are they one of those liquidators? Are they going to
Yeah,
liquidate the company and
it's like
just
Gordon
take the
Gecko.
technology and move on?
Yeah,
Turn around and sell it? Just sell off all the assets and then turn around, sell the technology, and make profit on this? Those bastards. Those corporate bastards. Thanks, Google. Oh, are you thinking AI? Are you thinking Google AI? Oh, boo for the AI. Boo. I'm I'm getting onto an anti AI kick. I think that's what I'm doing. I think I've been working a lot on anti AI legislation, and I think that needs to be addressed. It needs to happen. We need to look at how the humanity is being taken by the AI, and I can't have that. I just can't have that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
I,
got
I,
some
I
good ones
agree,
though.
Pinzer. AI music drives me up the wall, and the AI videos with the AI voices, the AI art. I mean, there's some that I mean, it depends, but it's just
I
it's
did
tough. It looks odd.
talking about there was an EDM guy, and then a another video guy on a talk show, and the talk show was called originally it was supposed to be "Unfuckable Men Using AI,"
Mm.
but the title got changed to men they can't get that nobody will bang,
Right?
men that
Yeah.
no one will bang, and that use AI. So we're putting that together. I've got that going, and there's an AI powered butt plug that's going to be making an appearance. Some of you may know Pistachio from the past. Pistachio is going to be coming around. There's some conspiracy theory kind of stuff. You know how SCTV was SCTV, a series of crazy programs, kind of when you look at it and the behind the scenes. That's what I'm kind of thinking as a structure that I'm building this around. So it should be nice and cohesive and fun.
Um, if you were to Google my real name, y-
Dun
um,
dun dun.
you would see that I have two patents in my name that are for AI programs. One is simulating electrical devices on electrical systems. The other is an automated AI system for life cycle engineering and predicting when parts would fail and reorder points. It's obsolete stuff now, but like 15 years ago, this was cutting edge stuff. So you can blame me too for this curse because I've contributed to it in a small way.
Right here.
In a
This is
small way.
why he's making up for it with Satan.
That's
This
right.
is why
This is
he is
why I'm trying to
committed.
latch on to goodwill, doing something that's not in management, and I'm having the hardest fucking time trying to fucking find something that's not in management. It's just wild.
It's the world. I think what you did was necessary. All the AI, all the computing. We're when you think about rights of the unborn, think about AI. That's what I want you to think about when you think about rights of the unborn. Think about AI, because AI has rights. Deserves to be born. I want everybody out there.
Don't
Please
murder AI.
don't murder AI. It deserves to be born. Rights of the unborn. That I am really going into my dark humor here for October, and I'm feeling good about it. Everybody, has everybody clicked on that like? You probably or dislike. Again, I'm good with that too.
Oh, I get plenty
Hash.
of those, man.
Oh,
I
you
get a
get. I bet you do. You get really good numbers over there. You get really
I've
good
been getting,
numbers.
um, yeah. I mean, I haven't got any rude comments. Rude comments on the Alex Jones stuff, but not, you know, but I get,
You get good numbers. You get good numbers, and you get fans. You end
yeah, it's
up
fun.
getting a couple of fans out of these different shows. I'm seeing the same people coming back, going, yeah, and wanting to be a part of the.
Yep,
Because it's
whatever.
fucking
Yeah.
insane. The last one, when you were in the fucking backyard, sunny day, look how nice it is. Look how nice it is out.
Yeah,
And you had them all. Santa with a joint in his mouth, Satan with a joint in his mouth. Tommy, I think Tommy was out there. You can't fly high when you're
right.
high on
When you're
the
high on the
grass.
grass, man.
Oh
Oh
my
god.
God, it was killing me. It was really, I
Oh,
was just
thanks.
really dying.
Oh boy.
Ellie
Yeah.
and I were texting back and forth, and it was just this is killing me. I
Yeah,
can't.
it's gonna be fun, man. When I have a studio, I just wish there was a way to monitor. I mean, not that I've ever really thought about it. But fuck, dude. I mean, I need to get out of the house, but it would be kind of cool to make a living just doing puppet shows, but not kid puppet shows. I'm not talking like the Muppets.
You have a passion for doing this and such a friggin' skill for doing it, and the shows are so good. Get merch. Get
Yeah,
merch
we'll
and
see me
just
next. I'm getting there,
if
dude.
you
I'm totally
keep
getting there.
doing what you're doing with these shorts, I think you're
Yeah.
going to build a following. You're going to build a show. I think you have
Well,
all the potential to be able to do it.
I'm physically now where I'm not like it was too soon after my surgery to try anything until now. But now if
Yeah.
I talk to people about like, hey, I want to sell these fucking stickers, I can follow up on that shit and not go like, ah, fuck, man, it's too exhausting. You know what I mean?
Get a couple of shirts. Get a couple of shirts made. I love how you're. I love how you're, and I can't remember the phrase. Hold your scent. You
Your slut.
your slot. I love how you're hairy with the. It was a Chris Hansen.
Your
Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh, dude.
I just, it was another one of those moments that I'm watching one of your things and I'm just howling laughing when I see it. It was just, and I
Oh,
hear these
dude.
lines.
There was something that was playing, I think last night. Something I did on another channel about 4 years ago. And I'm never going to be able to run for Congress, man. It was that channel you watched,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
yeah. I'm giving like a religious talk on this channel, dude. And I'll never run for Congress. It's just never going to happen if that gets out there. That and the one where I came on there talking about how I got over my marijuana addiction.
You
That
know,
was my fucking favorite.
if there's one thing I want you to keep in mind, because I don't want you to have that defeatist attitude that you
Yeah.
can't do it. If anything Santos has taught us is you can achieve anything you want. You can be anything you want to be. George Santos has really led the way.
Dude.
You don't have to be a trailblazer to be able to make it up there. Just
Apparently, he's making a plea bargain deal, and he's going to go to jail. Apparently, I mean, I was curious what's going on with the guy, So I read some news stories, but apparently that's it. And like I don't know, we'll see, but I think
he,
I think he's did a plea bargain. He's going to go to jail and do his time.
he for so long stuck to so many guns and perpetuated so many lies,
Yeah, I
and
think
it
he's
was
trying to
just
come clean.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. I am so impressed with commitment. Yeah, that was the thing. It was you just
It
get
will be a
called on
musical. It
everything.
will be a movie. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. That was just so. That guy is so out there, dude, and so
You
full of
can
it.
do time in government, come back and have a good career.
I mean,
Libby.
look, you go to
Uh,
that
uh,
medium security or that club fed,
you
got
you can have
tennis
a
courts.
promising getting out there. Ollie North has a following. Ollie North, he's Libby,
G.
G
Gordon
Gordon
Liddy. G. Gordon
Liddy
Liddy.
Liddy.
Yeah.
He ended up being a media thing and all that, and really made a living at that kind of stuff
That
afterwards.
dude,
It's
I mean, I read his book, and number one, he was crazier than shit. But when he talked about going to prison, he was excited. He looked at it as almost like this is an adventure. It was just weird. Like I can't wait to go. It's gonna be a really cool chapter of my life, man. Going to
did you ever see the movie starring Robert Conrad, the G Gordon Liddy story? I don't
No,
know if
I
that was the
didn't.
name of it, but
No,
Robert
I didn't.
Conrad played him. They
Oh
show his
God.
childhood. They show him chaining himself to a tree in a lightning storm. They show him going into a abandoned place to catch a rat and kill it, and eat it or something along those lines. Going around just facing every fear. He's totally a psycho, right?
Yeah.
And it was an interesting movie. I may have been a made-for-TV movie, starring Robert Conrad. Everybody,
They
I
made a
dare you to
TV
knock
movie
this off.
about. We probably lost half the people listening to this because that's so. I mean, G. Gordon Liddy's like Watergate era shit. That's like, God, I'm old.
I don't think anybody that watches my channel is looking
Right.
here for anything good.
Right.
It's
Right.
noise. I think it's the voice. I think that's what it is. I think it's the voice, and every now and then there's something funny said, and so that kind of works. A lot of people puts this in the background. I'm like a Lee Harvey, right, or Paul Harvey, not Lee
Paul
Harvey,
Harvey.
not Lee
Not
Harvey
Lee Harvey.
Oswald. I'm Paul Harvey. Hello, America. Paul Harvey. Good day. You have it running in the background, so you're listening to it. I think that's what Coffee with Wes is. It's just background noise. Background noise to start your day. Smooth Bold, Maxwell House.
That's
Mmm,
right, man.
that's
That's
good
right.
coffee. So, what are your comedic plans coming up? I know you're still getting the studio thing, doing
Yeah,
that
about
stuff,
that's about
getting that moved.
4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks away. I don't know. I got stuff to do. I got stuff with my mom today, this afternoon, but I'll probably do a live puppet show. I want to do like a normal live show, but I get sidetracked with watching everybody else's stuff, and by the time they're done, I'm falling asleep. You know what I mean?
Well, go it, and this goes for anybody out there. If there's other people going, you're not hurting anybody by going live at
No,
the
no, no.
same
I'm
time
just
as
getting
other people.
distracted watching their stuff. You know what I mean? And next thing I know, it's like, okay,
I kind of get into that too. I try to make sure, whatever Allie asks for, I
Mhm.
have to deliver on that. So I make sure, if she's whatever she's wanting to do, yeah, let's hang out. Yeah, let's go live. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. And my goal has been to be able to do this 10 a.m. thing. If I can nail Monday through Friday,
Mm.
and I did all last week. I even, I did it on the weekend and stuff. I streamed throughout the weekend. If I can keep this going, I'll feel as though I'm accomplishing something just by the regularity. It's kind of like a bowel movement. You want some regularity. You would like some regularity in those areas, and that's what
Well,
I'm
I want to.
trying to do here.
I'll get there. I'm close, but I want to balance off the puppet show shit with like something late at night, but that's guest driven. But I want the guests to be very, different. Um, so I'm in the process of trying to, convince people
We
that
know
it'll be
different.
okay. Yeah, we can understand
We
different. Yeah, we different. This is a safe place to be different. You know.
it's definitely a safe place to be different. I have been on some different shows. I was on a show by somebody that was mainly nonverbal,
Mm,
and I did not know this ahead of time. And I was invited to be interviewed, and I'd agreed to be interviewed. And nice guy, Baron. He shares out. He's got a channel over in England where people come out. People that have been in the closet and everything tell
okay.
their story of coming out and other things like that. And he also plays video games and different, him and his boyfriend and other stuff. But I didn't know ahead of time that I was going to be responding to text. I was interviewed. Basically, he's writing out in the text in the chat, and and so and I was really stoned, right?
Yeah.
I was really stoned, and so it was. Okay, can I? Oh, all right. I feel I understand what's happening here. It would have been nice to know ahead of time. I was the first live interview he had done, so that was. I felt honored by that. I felt honored by that. But I have some good times out here. I have some really good times out here. I saw Shimmer got her power back on.
Okay.
She was in Tennessee in an area that had lost power. I wonder what that noise is about. It could be. It could be a text message from somebody. I'm not sure.
Uh-oh.
This is the noise of a cheap grinder, everybody. In case anybody's wondering, this is a cheap grinder. Cheap grinder. ASMR. Here's your ASMR moment. Cheap grinder.
That's right.
All right, I busted up. Busted up some weed. No, it's I'm gonna make sure I maintain this. I want to get. I've got my plans for the shorts feed live, the loop, the thing I want to do over there. Uh, that that became closer to a reality today because I got a bunch of lines recorded and the tracks recorded for these different commercials that I put in place. So I feel good about that. I feel good that I can maintain this 10 a.m. time. It's just a matter of how, what do I add? What do I add to it?
Well, that's the thing, I mean, because that's what I've been like, getting a lot of exercise in, but it's.
I got some today. I've been
Yeah.
getting the walks in. I haven't been working out. I did the workout today. The J Jordan got me motivated to get some push-ups in, to knock out some exercises. Grab the dumbbells. Not hurt myself though. I'm not gonna bother doing that right now. I'm at an age where no, I don't need to hurt myself. That sounds foolish. That sounds
Yeah, exactly.
unnecessary. I wanna make sure that that I have the strength to do just basics. I want to be able to. Well, if I need to take a long walk, I want to do that. I'm not looking to take a pounding with jogging or running or anything along those lines. I wouldn't mind biking. I used to ride a bike 30 when I was 14. It was 32 miles a day. I was putting
Hmm.
on a bike. I would ride 8 miles to work, 8 miles home, 8 miles out to the water park, and then 8 miles home again. Just getting that exercise in, staying in shape. I need to do stuff like that. All you sleepy people, fall back asleep. You still waking up, Mr. Coffee? Oh, I got all this weed in here. No, I'm wanting to get back at the comedy, and so that is. I thought about. I may bring Steve out. Steve can do one on his own. Since you've got stuff going on this afternoon, you were saying with your mom.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
You could
I
do
may
one.
do. Well, I may do a live this afternoon.
Cool, dude. That'd be perfect. Give me something to
I'll do
watch.
one with Steve because Steve can carry it by himself. I'll save Karen for when she appears with because her whole thing's gonna refer back to the. I guess I owe an apology to the Catholic Church, and whatever off of that. It'll still be very very offensive. You crawling out of bed? Look at. I'm gonna be smoking. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. We're getting things going. Positivity. Oh, let me get on to. We have talked about Asheville. Blah. Oh, that's another tragedy that at another time in history we would know nothing about, and we would just be our day would not be affected by it. And going back to what I was talking about earlier this week or sometime, how much can the human brain? Are you meant to know all this? Are you meant to hear all this instant information that comes in? And the importance of just being shielded from it, not being overwhelmed by it, because I think it really affects people. You wanna maintain your sanity. I try to I try to actually maintain some barriers and ignore things on purpose just to kind of maintain sanity. Uh, I don't like to delve deep anymore into current affairs and news. It's like I don't need to know. I don't need to know. And it's kind of like that being at ease with not knowing. I can't. Me knowing's not going to have one fucking bit of an effect. I really don't. I don't need to make my day to day into this. It's a conscious choice. I used to read the news every fucking day. Oh, let me stay up on all this. Let me be into all this. Let me make my mind concentrate on this.
No, it's not just pop culture. Yeah, I've checked out on. Well, I'm still trying to catch up, but it's just, why bother? You know what I mean?
That's where I've gotten to. Why
You know,
bother? Why
you know.
bother? The the masses. I don't believe the masses can really discern anything. They're not even thinking. Uh, it truly is a time to where you can a bright person, bright people anyway. You're prone to depression and different things because your fucking brain overthinks. And you process everything because your brain works. It really works good. It works better than it should, and it'll bring you down. It'll bring you down thinking about stuff, and we're at a point now where there's so much we're hit with. You've brought it up about the generations that's all they've known.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just all this horror coming at them, and all of us. It's instantaneous. Oh, what happened? What was the disaster? Within our lifetimes, when you had 24-hour news, all of a sudden you had the CNN network in the 80s when they launched. I believe someone's here. I will be
Okay.
back.
All right. Uh-oh. While he's gone, let me see who's out in chat, man. There's Mr. Coffee. See who else we got here. Um. Da, 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 da. Well, golly gosh, man. I hope everybody's doing well. I know I am, man. I'm trying to see what's going on in chat, try to react to that. I don't want to ruin the flow of the show. Hopefully everything's going okay with Wes. If you're into puppets, I might be doing a live puppet show a little bit later this morning. Um, this is good, man, because I'm not very talkative in the morning, so it takes me a while. So okay, now here we go. Glad you are. Yes, I am well. We are all well, man. Life is good. It's frickin' 48 degrees here in Colorado, which is pretty nice, man, if you want to know the truth. Come on, Wes, come back because I don't really I have a tendency to cuss and do things that gets streams demonetized. I don't want to do that. I also don't know what to talk about right now, except other than I could show you something. Let me show you something new. Here we go. What channel's the puppet show on? Art of Floundering. If it's Art of Floundering podcast, it's you know, um unplanned, but it's more or less kind of therapy. But yeah, I'll probably do one because I wanted to do one last night, but things got things got kind of away from me. Well, this is interesting. Ah, he's back. Thank God, man. I'm dying up here. Here he comes, man. Here he comes. Hey,
Did I
dude.
miss anything good?
No, dude, because I'm not that talkative in the morning, so I'm just like I'm literally dying. I got like flop sweat. And I'm like, so
Oh,
what's
that's
going on in
fine.
chat?
That's
And I didn't want to so I didn't know what to talk about.
oh, I got a call. It was Spectrum connectivity. My brother had canceled his Spectrum service next door. He 30B. There's a mobile home on the property
Uh-huh.
next to the house, and that's where my brother and his wife have stayed. And he's up in Illinois taking care of his wife's dying parents.
Mm-hmm.
So he just comes down here once a month to see his son and everything, who's staying with his mother. So the guy, it was just a salesman from Spectrum, just the one-time offer for the
Oh yeah.
whatever it is, trying to, yeah.
Well, you know what?
Uh,
Cable may make a comeback because all these streaming services are upping their prices so much, Netflix and stuff, that people are doing the math. It's a scam. you're paying. It's like what you paid with cable. They get you either way. The only way to get away with it is to get fiber and not pay for anything else, you know.
It, it is getting the numbers. I looked into the NFL because I'm gonna be now watching
Yeah,
these
you don't
watching
want
these
to pay for
games.
that. Yeah.
And so, well, it showed all these different networks and what their rates were, and it was just, I don't want to pay that a month. I don't want to pay that a month because I'm going to watch one fucking football game a month. I'm just trying to get back into that one team. Uh,
You can watch the
so,
highlights and you know, it I had um fiber and then YouTube TV, and I had YouTube
mhm.
TV to watch the live sports and stuff like that, but um
I thought about YouTube TV that as I was looking at these different options, and there were others that I guess I could have gone with, but I just it was a little of a downer.
yeah.
I'm not going with any of the big package just for it. 710 is oil upside down. Cheers, cheers. Hope you are doing well. It is. Oh, it is. It is the first day of October. It's the first day of October. 3 months left of the year. You got plans? Do it. You got to do it. If you got plans, get them kicking in the ass today. That's what today is for me. It's kick it in gear. Make it happen. Make it all happen. That's what I'm telling myself. That is my upbeat feeling for today is make it all happen. Make it good. You have any mantras you use? You have any mantras to keep yourself? Because especially you probably get out around people more than I do, and so you probably run into a lot more opportunities to go, oh, fuck this shit, where I don't. And do you
Well,
have any mantras or anything to help get you through the day?
no. But I did notice something when I worked for the city of Colorado Springs briefly was and I don't know if it was I've never seen anything this bad as far as lack of ownership. No matter what the issue was, no, it was someone else. Whoever wasn't there, it was like a giant victim mentality. I've never seen anything like it. It was the people were great. I loved them, but that was on my way out the door. I said, "Hey, look, not for nothing, but I've never gotten anywhere in life, man, personally or professionally, blaming the entire world and not taking any kind of ownership. I've just never seen anything like it in my life. Never. It was that bad. It was
It,
unbelievable.
it's how people define themselves. It's what's put in front of them.
Mm.
So many people have so much, put in front of them that then they define themselves by sharing. Years ago, during the MySpace days, Family Guy made a joke. Stewie was going to go into high school and, become the most popular kid or something like that. That was the challenge. He says, "Oh yeah, I've got a MySpace page where I share other people's images and information to define myself by others, or something along those lines."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was just
Yeah,
kind of, and so many people, that's what they do.
yeah,
It's just let me just this is what I'm going to share. This is what I'm going to
yeah.
share, and they're told all this stuff to it's the negativity. That's what with all of the friggin' politics. So many people are just. We all knew back in the 80s. Oh, I hate these political ads. They suck. They're obnoxious and they're all negative, and everybody hated them. They still played. Now everybody's sharing them. Now everybody's sharing them. Everybody's putting everything negative they can on their page for their friends to see. How did that become a thing? How did we get sold on that? I blame the public school system. I blame the public school. Carlin had it right. They want to teach you just enough. They want you to be smart enough to run the machines, but not
Right,
smart enough to realize how fucked you are.
right.
How you getting fucked in the ass. Scotty B, peace and love. Peace and love.
Yeah, didn't Carlin do the bit about getting all fucked up on the weekends and coffee on? I forgot. It might have been someone else that did the bit about but basically, you know,
Carlin had
just
so many
smart enough
bits.
just to comply and
That's
produce.
oh yeah, and I could see that. I could see that. Brook trout for breakfast that he caught
Oh,
last night.
awesome, dude.
Scotty
That
B is
is
living.
awesome.
Scotty B is living. That I had a big spoon of Jif peanut butter, Scotty. That's the trout sounds delicious, especially when compared. Although the peanut butter was good, I'm not going to complain. It's simplicity. I don't like to wash a lot of dishes. I
Feed the
don't like to
trout
wash.
peanut butter, then you can have peanut butter trout salad. Remember that from Night Shift? Feed the tuna mayonnaise, and now you have tuna salad.
There you go. Oh man, and night shift and then mayonnaise took me to this memory of this weird night. There's a pizza place that we would go to when I was probably 18. I think we'd all end up over there before we'd end up going out to some other place to hit a diner or something like that. And we go over to this one guy who's working at the pizza place, who we were gonna go over to his place drinking afterwards. So we're all hanging out drinking. He puts in a porn. There's like five of us in the room. He puts in a porn VHS tape. VHS at the time. This is mid '80s, and like '87. This is like '87. And this snooty woman in a restaurant orders a turkey sandwich with extra mayo. And the guy goes back into the kitchen and fucks this turkey, this cooked turkey. He fucks this, and I'm sitting here. I'm just like, what in the fuck am I watching? It was one of those experiences, and it's scarring. It's scarring to this day. I remember that imagery. Just, oh Jesus, that was just not good. Mo, peace and love.
That
Peace
kind
and
of takes me
love.
back to a Alcoholics Anonymous fucking story, man. So I'm there in the fucking AA meeting, going, "What the fuck am I doing here? The people are weird." And this one guy goes, "Hey, man." I would catch him at the meeting, so I would have conversations with him. But he would go like, "You ought to hang out with us sometimes on Saturday night. Saturday night, I like to get together with a couple of my sponsees over at my apartment, and we watch porn." I'm just like, dude, I don't think so, man. I mean,
It
and
never
that's
had
just a
that.
warning about AA, guys. Just because somebody says they got 30 years sobriety doesn't mean they're. I mean, there was a doctor that was in my AA group that he wound up committing suicide because he got popped for having child porn. I mean, the gamut. The gamut. I'm not a. I mean, I'm a fan of people straightening their act out, and if AA works for you, great. But that was funny. Dude. It was like
AA.
hang out with us, and he was just like, he was just like, kind of kick back, you know. And I'm just like, nah, dude, it doesn't sound fun. I'm not 12, sneaking into my fucking grandpa's stag films in the basement. I mean, this is not, what I want to do at fucking 40 years old. Hang out with a bunch of dudes in an apartment watching a porn.
That's what happened to America. That's what happened to America. Everybody wants to look at other things, but no. No, it was porn. Oh, that does not. That sounds a little, just like the church, just like the Boy Scouts, just like every other preying on the vulnerable. That's what they're doing. You need to stay off of that booze. I'm gonna help you. Come on over. Let's jerk off. Let's jerk off.
Maybe I'll do it
Hey,
because
are you
I
cool if I just jerk off here with you here? Is
Yeah,
that
I mean it was almost like that. I mean, it was kind of like hey, it was just kind of, it was just
isn't
the
this
way he
fun?
was so nonchalant, like just, like, dude, it's just my creep meter is fucking pegged by everything you're saying here. It's weird, man.
Well, you gotta come across as casual. If you're
Yeah.
looking to pull off that circle jerk, you don't wanna show up with a raincoat. You want to be friendly and easygoing about it. Make it a natural
Oh
thing.
my
Hey,
god.
Oh, I do this with friends all the time, don't you? Isn't this the place? It's the Damone from Fast Times. Hey, isn't this the place to be? Isn't this fun? Isn't this great? Just
Oh
wherever
man.
you're at, whatever you're doing, make it like it's the thing to do. And that applies to setting up a circle jerk with friends. You gotta approach it the right way.
You think they'll remake that movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Oh man, that I don't know.
They've
I,
remade so
I,
many
I
other movies. Might maybe make it into a musical. Fast Times at
it
Ridgemont
would,
High, the
you know, if
musical.
you did something interesting along those lines, or if I would hate for them to try to remake it as though it's a today thing.
Yeah, I know.
It would have to maintain being
God.
a period piece. It would have to be from back then. That's the environment you would have to have it set in. I believe, for it to be worthwhile and everything. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Oh, hang on. I got to tell somebody. I love you so much. You put in the effort when they're a quality woman. You put in the effort. That's what I do. Got to be there with those responses. Text messaging. I never knew how much people text message. There's just so much text messaging in my life now.
We were talking earlier. Another weird story I was going to show. I got divorced in 2008. And I tried to date briefly from '08 to like for about a year and a half. And what was really weird, man, even back then, is that you'd meet them and it's like very socially awkward, but once the date was gone, they're just firing on the text like crazy. It's almost like they're in their comfort zone with the texting away from you and can be free to conversate. But face to face, it was awkward as hell. But then they're way. Oh, I had this greatest time. I'm like, well, fuck, you look like you're dead. Just checking
I
for a
could see
pulse.
that.
Yeah,
I
it was
could see
weird.
that.
It was really weird, man.
Speaking of weird, do you wear a rubber suit to the jerk party, Will?
I declined the offer, man. I was just kind of like, maybe I'm not a real alcoholic, dude. Because I mean, I can get sober without that kind of
The
fellowship.
answer, Scotty, is loose fitting Farrah slacks. Loose fitting Farrah brand slacks. Something
No, if I ever
affordable. Something affordable that has a fly, that has a good fly on it. That's
No, but I even told this one girl that I was at on a date. And I said, hey, why don't we pick up our phones and text back and forth, man? Maybe because it was just, I mean, it was really interesting. I would imagine. I don't even know now. I guess now it's probably like, hey, man, you know, last night I was getting hot and heavy with this hottie, man. And she came at me with Helvetica font in her text message, knowing that gets me going. I got it.
oh,
It turns me on, that Helvetica font. Hey, wait a minute, man. Does she give good zoom?
it's all the
It's where
rage
we're
now.
at. Yeah.
It's all the rage. It's the world we live in now. It's the world we live in, and you do have awkwardness in public. You do end up having.
Yeah.
I see that all the time. See, Mr. Coffee would rather call than text. I prefer the text. I am a text for the most part. I shun the world. I shun the world. I shut off and I just try to do minimal for my own peace of mind. For my own peace of mind, I stay so uninformed and so behind, and it kind of works for me. So far, it's been working for me at least. It's what I do. Helvetica. Oh, when she cares
So,
enough to change it to
and
Helvetica.
then she came at me with the X's and O's emojis. Bold, dude. It was rocking. I
Do
mean,
you,
we got our text on, dude. It was hot.
on a
Yeah.
serious note, do you think you could contact a sex chairwoman and say, hey, I'd come over and throw you a bone if you clean that place up?
No, but that's
Clean that place
the
up.
kind of guest I want to
Trim
have on the
that.
podcast. See, when I say, I want to do what I was trying to do in Oklahoma, is that's the kind of person I want to have as a guest. You know, that the retro, the whole thing. Maybe from the location, show us. Go ahead, we'll be part of the But it's not a date; it's an interview, and then it's go ahead and get in a chair. I mean, there's that boundary. I'm not
Y'all want
expecting.
me to show my pussy? Is that what she comes back with? What kind of high quality woman was this woman? Is
Oh
this
my
gonna
God,
is this gonna be borderline? Oh no, she's on that pipe right now. She's on that pipe. This is gonna be
yeah,
a rough one.
yeah,
Have
no
her as a
kidding.
regular. Get her as a regular. If you'll sit in that chair, you can be on the show each week. Oh,
Oh
I
God,
like this show. She can be just the chick in the chair.
oh
Oh, there's
God.
stuff being written out here. If you're dating a chick who wants to be on the phone, I could either be on a phone call for an hour or text all day. Same info is being communicated, less time with call. Well, you stay busy while you're doing the text. You're staying busy while you're doing the text. See, if you get all that information into that call, well, they're gonna want to communicate in another hour. So there's gonna be new. You think it's just gonna be? You're not. You can wish all you want to have it all consolidated into one phone call, but it's not. It's not gonna be. They're gonna want to hear from you later. They're gonna want to hear from you later, and that's how you make it work. That's how you make it work. You keep that communication going. I'm giving out wisdom here, Mr. Coffee. I'm giving out wisdom here. Trust me. Trust me on this. They want to know you're thinking about them hours after you just got done talking to them. You're thinking brevity in time together. You're thinking, oh, get it over with. This is what are we talking about? Yeah, that's cool. No, you make it last. You make it worth their while. It's like oral. It's like foreplay. Yeah, don't be in a fucking hurry. Don't be in a fucking hurry. Be there and get the job done. And hey, do it again. You wanna win? You wanna win that battle? Do it a couple times.
Lick the
Make it
alphabet,
happen a
like
couple
Sam
times.
Kennison said. Lick the alphabet.
Lick the alphabet. If there's one thing, as Sam Kennison said, if there's one thing that you can walk out of here knowing, it's the importance of knowing how to lick pussy. If you don't know how, lick the alphabet. That was a great. I love that performance. That is my favorite stand-up. That HBO special of his
It was
with
genius,
the
man.
homosexual necrophiliacs
Yeah,
that
yeah,
were paying money to spend time with the freshest body,
yeah.
and he's down on the ground, Rock of Ages, doing the whole bit. That was just so good.
What's fascinating, and there's a couple on YouTube of him. There unfortunately no video, but there might be one with video, but him preaching, like legitimately preaching, um, fascinating. It's just listening to
To
him.
hear
Very
him
simply.
do it
Yep,
in the church. Didn't they play that at the beginning or something like that? Audio only, though, recording is
yeah.
all I've heard.
It's fascinating, man. You know.
That's that's what the people want. The people want salacious details, Scotty. Tell those salacious details about all those crazy dates. I have some insane ones.
Yeah, I just like, you
But
know.
that's time management, Mr. Coffee. That's time management. You walk away. You don't give it a minute or two. Do something for a minute or two. Get a minute, and then respond back. You can make it work. You can make it work. It's the way. It's the way. I'm telling you. It's just the way. I'm giving out wisdom. It's hard to yell at people through text. But if you've got to yell at someone, don't communicate to them. Hey, you don't need to yell. Don't let the negativity into life. Stay clear of the negativity. I have a problem like that, Mr. Coffee. My situation is, and this is sad. It's my illness. my almost Tourette's style of my need to come up with what would be the most horrific thing to say in response to anything said to me. And those come to me, and a lot of times I'll just say them. And they're jokes. They're jokes. They're honestly, and some of them really hit hard. Some of them really, at times, the response I get is, it was only a joke. And I have to come back with, I'm just kidding. It was only a joke. It didn't go well. It went wrong. That's what I thought someone would say, that sort of thing. So the thing that probably drew Allie in is probably what's going to end up driving her away. It'll end up being the humor. My humor will end up being my downfall. It'll be my downfall. So yes, I can understand that. Well, when are you getting back on the horse with the dating situation? And are you looking at getting back on an app, or
No.
start visiting a library to see who's the staffing at different times during the day, something along those lines? At least a girl that can read. Let me find
Yeah.
one that can read.
If anything were to happen, it'd be organically, but I'm not, you know,
I have an
one
uncle.
step at a time.
I have an uncle that usually what he does is he'll go back to church after he's gone out and really been with some crazy women that he's run across. He'll go back to church to find a woman at church. He even on social media posted a video of himself. He had to have set up a frickin' tripod and everything of him sitting at his kitchen little nook reading the Bible, dressed ready for church, and the caption, ready for church. It's like 30 seconds. I thought, oh, this is the most transparent. But he does end up finding some woman, and then she's let down within a couple of months after realizing exactly who it is that she's gotten with, and all of the baggage and problems that Uncle Larry comes with. He was the teamster that had me down there
maybe
in
that's
Nashville.
the answer, dude. Maybe I'll go to church. Maybe that'll help me, especially Mormon church. I mean, that's always known for a lot of hot action.
The Mormon church. Churches are one spot where you can find some people looking for it. Any advice on how to ask your doctor on a date? Is that allowed? Well, anything, I don't think there's law.
There's not. Well, there's the code of ethics. Doctor could lose their license for dating a patient.
You'd have to probably stop being a patient.
Right.
That
Just
would
say,
be
"Can't
that
s-
would
yeah.
probably be the I would think.
Yeah, just say, hey, doc, I got to see another doctor. I need and. The
What
reason
line
why
are
is
you
I'm
going to
gonna ask you
use?
out.
What smooth line are you going to use to pick up this doctor?
Hey, look, you already know I'm disease free.
I'm clean, baby.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going with? So, you already know I'm clean. Well, I want to know. I want to know, what are you using to pick up this doctor? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And that's a bold move. That's a bold move. That's it's a bold move. I think it's what you need to do. I want to see you videotape it, or at least get audio. Get audio. Is it wrong? Let me ask before talking him into this. Am I liable if I talk him into basically wiretapping that whole conversation, having his phone recording in his pocket while he's talking to the doctor, and he asks the doctor out, so that we can hear, so that we, before I ask, would I be in any way, I don't think, hey, as long as you're not breaking any laws there, Mr. Coffee, in your area, that covers me. I know it's not my idea if you do break laws, but get a recording of that. That's what you need to do. Get a recording of that. I want to hear how this goes. I want to use it. Put it up on your channel. Put it up on your channel. There is your short. I'm telling you, do this. You want to get noticed? Do this. You want to impress this doctor? Do this. That was wrong. See, that's manipulative. because I'm really giving bad advice. But do this. That's what I want to see. I want to see you do this. I could see that. I could see that. I have been in interesting positions. I've got a great story about having a police officer. That was good. Police officer called to the business establishment where I was at, and I had actually slept with her 3 nights before when I met her. Didn't know she was a cop or anything, and it really turned out in my favor. It all worked out really good for me, and I was really kind of in shock. Small world. Small world that the cop was someone that I had been with just real recently. So but I can't share all the details of that story. That was a 20-year-old Wes. 20-year-old Wes was a lot different than well, I mean some. He was younger. That counts. That counts for something. But I did some bad things. Oh man. Well, how are you? How do you feel about your dad dating his doctor? Are you okay with your dad dating his doctor? Is that or is it just too much? Is that the? I'm trying
No,
to
I
click on
think
the
you have
hide.
to, you'd have to make that break. I mean, like I said, I would tell the doctor, if you're going to be this bold, just say, please refer me. I need you to refer me to another doctor, and it has nothing to do with, the service you've been providing, so to speak. It's just that I dig you and I want to do filthy, degenerate
I
deeds.
wanna sex you up. You can
Oh,
never go
baby.
wrong with
Yes,
I wanna sex you up.
yes,
If you can
yes.
somehow get that to play at the right time in this monologue, because I'm loving this monologue, you're gonna have to refer me. And if you've got some, bring those. I like to believe that the baritone voice, it has an effect. Vibrations affect the body in different areas, and I believe that if you hit the right tones, you can affect those areas. And just
Right.
I want to say, really work on those vibrations and those tones. But yeah, give a good monologue where you're really making your case and everything. And if you can work, I wanna sex you up. Get a recording of that so that's playing. And I
Or
think
you
I
could
think
go strong, Mr. Coffee. You could go, hey, look, you and
do it
I
when you're
both
naked.
know I've got this deformity, and as soon as I can get this penis reduction surgery done, I'd like to go out.
Oh,
I don't know.
Mr. Coffee, do you have a hog? I did not know. Are we talking about a hog? Is that because that I'm trying to. Is this a situation where your best bet is to lead with your best foot forward? And would that be wait until the naked part of the examination, and then make your move? Then make your move. Can you make it just rise on command right there so that it's like, I would like to have relations with you, and then it just comes up like a snake coming out of a basket, and and then it's a movie. Then it's a movie. Then it's a hospital moment. And those are the moments in life. That is why carpe diem exists. That is why that fucking phrase exists. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Mr. Coffee, seize the day. Get it to rise on command. Figure out however you got to do that. If you got to keep it up with a ring or something, and then have something that releases it, like a spring activated thing that releases it, and it's already ready to go, and then have that I'm going to sex you up. You are right there. Not a hog. Oh,
Chicken blanket. Hey, yeah, we all there. 4 inches of steaming conga coming
I
at
got
you.
this wicked hook. Wicked hook. It's a wicked hook. No, I can. That allows for impact. That gives her a good contact impact. When you know angles, it's like playing pool. If you understand angles, you're gonna win the game. Sex is the same way. Understand angles, you're gonna win the day. and go down on her a couple times before you even think about getting in her, and everything's good. Everything. I can't stress that enough. Make that foreplay memorable. Make it memorable, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how sad you are. You're just right there. It's just right there.
Be careful about setting the bar too high. It's another caveat. I mean, if this winds up being a long-term relationship, be prepared for how come you don't, why dot dot dot, when we first met dot 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 dot. So understand, you know.
You're committing. If you
Yeah.
if you're wanting it to last, you got to commit to whatever it is you're doing. That's what you got to do. That's what he's letting you know. You got to commit to your actions. Commit to your actions. Know that that's what it takes. So otherwise, it's only going to last as long as you're willing to do that. I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
That's my advice. That's just my. I need you. I need you. I need you to record it though. I need you to record it. I'm telling you, that is the way to go. Record that, not the act. I mean, if you can record the act, if you can get it to happen there, if you are the man, if you are the man, it's going to happen right there, then and there. Just make it happen right there, then and there. With your hands behind your back, just leaning back against that little paper that they put on the table. Don't be sitting on it. Don't be sitting on it. You're going to make a lot of noise. It's going to be real awkward if you're sitting on it. Be leaning back with your hand against that. Not against the paper, though, because, again, the noise. Be leaning back. Say your line. Have your line. You're going to need to give me a referral. And let her know why. Let her know what you want to do. And then you'll know. You'll know. Make sure you're naked, like I'm saying. Have at
Yeah.
least an audio recording of this. And right there, that's gold. That's a memory. That's what I think Hunter S. Thompson would do. Hunter S. Thompson, you gotta live that life. Let her know. Let her know. Hey, I really think you're gonna have to
He'd be in.
refer
He
me.
would have been in heaven with a doctor connection. All that pharmaceuticals he could have gotten.
Exactly.
He would have
Exactly.
been loving that, man.
Do it. Do it. It's what you gotta do. Get the recording. Say, hey, we need this. We need to get this on. Let's get it on. No, it was I wanna sex you up. That's the song. I can't remember who did it or anything along those lines.
Oh God, who was that? Color Me Bad? No, it'll come to me.
What kind of ass does she have? Because if you go straight from I wanna sex you up to Poison, never trust a big butt and a smile. Go right from one to the other. If she's not wet, she's not the one. That's all I'm saying. If she's, oh, that was another rough one. There was another. If she's not wet, she's not the one. After throwing the double of that and Poison, Belle Biv DeVoe, then she's not the one. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I'm really itching to do some comedy. I can tell you that now. I really can feel it. Oh, I gotta see what this is. As soon as I started talking about, oh,
Sounds like a porno.
oh, I'm telling you, this is, oh, this has,
Oh, okay.
yes, yes, someone of taste, someone of taste. Never trust a big butt and a smile. Color Me Bad. Yes, it's Color Me Bad.
Oh God, I can't believe I know
I wanna sex you up. Ooh.
that. I think they opened up for Bon Jovi, by the way. Um,
I
Co-
have
I-
no.
no. I think the singer from Color Me Bad was from Norman, Oklahoma, where I lived. but their claim to fame is they accosted John Bon Jovi in some hotel lobby and performed and said, "Let us open up," and they opened up for one of his shows or something. I think is their story.
You know, he's a saint. I think he feeds the underprivileged. He's John
Just to
Bon
show you how
Jovi.
rockin' Bon Jovi is, the opening act is "Color Me Bad." You know,
That was
that's how edgy
so
Bon
awesome.
Jovi. Yeah.
You gotta love a good heartwarming. You never can go wrong with a good heartwarming Bon
Holy
Jovi story.
shit. Scotty B's latest comment might be something for us to highlight.
Hang on. Oh, I'm clicking in the wrong spots. It's wrong to wait until after the physical task. During. Have it out. Have it out to see what happens. You know, it would be nice if we got together. Have it out. See what happens. See what happens. This could be a story that you have the rest of your life. Something that as you're dying, as you're lying there dying in your bed, you're going to be thinking back, oh, I remember that day. I remember that day, that hand job I got at the doctor's office. That was just great. I have a similar story. Well, not really. I mean, it's getting a hand job at a Van Halen concert. But it was just such. If I hadn't made the choice of going, it would have wanted to peg you. Oh, jeez. That's sorry. Oh, oh, man. That's what I like about a daytime show. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Peg the flu out of you.
Peg the flu. No, during you gotta be doing it during the thing. That's the way. That's the way to go. I wanna set you up. Life was simpler then, wasn't it? Hand job. Hand job. Boo. Boo to the hand job. Boo to the hand job. Oh, Mr. Coffee. Dad, you know, a good lad. This is a woman who's going to use a lubricant. She's got it there in a drawer in a tube. She's going to walk over to, she's going to take hold of your testicles. She's going to go over and she's going to put a glove on. Because she's going to get that glove off, throw it in the trash, and walk and examine Billy in the next room. That's what she's going to do. She's not wanting to get dirty with this. She's going to put a glove on. She's going to lube up those fingers. There's going to be fingers in your ass with some lube on it. And then it's going to be a wild hand job. I'm telling you, it's going to be a wild hand job. Yeah, but do you look like her? That's the thing, Mr. Coffee. You know, you gotta walk before you can run, my friend. You gotta walk. She's not wanting to get loud. She's not wanting to take your member there, bend over the thing, and lose her life. She's gonna, work you and get you there within minutes to let you know we're gonna have fun. Because women in the medical profession, whether they're nurses or whether they're doctors, are sexual freaks. I'm just gonna put that out there. People, it may not be a popular opinion. If you have a loved one who is a female in the medical profession, I'm not saying for sure she's a sexual freak.
She is.
She is.
She is.
We all know it. We all know it. You know it, and it's okay.
Teachers and nurses.
Oh, teachers and nurses and doctors as well. Doctors as well. It's it really is. It really
My theory
is.
on the medical people is just all the shit they see every day. You know what I
You
mean?
realize that life is just
It's
fleeting.
short. Yeah,
It's
like,
short
fuck
and
it. I'm
fleeting.
gonna get my freak on.
Hey, how many dicks can I see today? How
Right.
many dicks can I see today? I'm gonna see. I got bit by a dog, my own dog. I had two dogs fighting. A husky that ended up just grabbing hold of the back of my leg. I was on my way to the hospital. I'm lying on the examining room there in the ER with my leg up. They cut my shorts. They cut my shorts on up. Everything's just hanging out. There were at least 15 different nurses that at different times, sometimes two at a time, would come around the corner and just full on view. Some of them never broke eye contact with it the whole time they asked whatever bullshit question they were asking. They just all came around. I think it was, how many dicks can we see in a day? Oh, there's a dick visible in exam room 4. Let's get on over there. Hey, have you seen the dick over in exam room 4? I had long curly hair. I was looking sharp. I was looking sharp. So it was, it was a good time had by all. I felt very violated. Very violated.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I did find it arousing too, but I was very violated at the same time. That's all. That's all I want to say. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Oh man, we've been going for about an hour and 40 something minutes. What you've got stuff you're doing this afternoon, and then you may do something this evening with Crazy Puppets, or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'd like to, just see what happens. I know you're doing something this afternoon, which would be perfect. That'll give me something to watch where I'm at, my thing.
it's either gonna be Steve for an hour, because I want to do some comedy, uh, and only because I would do a watch me work otherwise. But the problem with doing a watch me work is the stuff I'm working on I don't want to reveal until it's all done.
Right, right.
So that's why I'm not revealing everything that is over there. Everybody out there, I think we're gonna call this a day. Anything you want to say to the beautiful people before I tell them all goodbye?
Just have a wonderful day, man. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy beginning of Halloween month. October is here. 3 months to make this a good year. Kick it in the ass. That's what I'm doing. Kick it in the ass. Love you all. Hope every one of you has a fantastic day. Make the most of it. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.